Hi guys, welcome to the Music B&B. I'm 315 and today we are going to be reacting to two artists collaborating on one project. The project is called Respect the Skills and it's by Nord1kone or Nord1kone. Again, apologies if I'm pronouncing these wrong. I believe it's Nord1kone or Nord1kone and LMT Break. The album Respect the Skills has already dropped. It dropped on October 28th, 2022 on Black Buffalo Records. This album is a 21-track epic that features many artists. Nord1kone or Nord1kone grew up just south of San Francisco and received a thorough indoctrination in hip-hop from his two older brothers. He was a fixture at local record stores from the age of 5. He continued to explore music through high school, studying various waves and schools of hip-hop. With influence from a range of artists, he decided to look and delve into the hardcore underground hip-hop world. DJ LMT is a producer and a native to San Francisco as well. Break is a traditional sample-driven beat maker with small army of drum machines at his disposal. His production style is grounded in the golden age but continues to reach out in a myriad of directions. After stealing the show on stage with I.M.F in San Francisco, he was approached by an excited fan who'd won tickets to the show, and that was none other than Nord1kone, and the two exchanged music, and then that's how they managed to collaborate with each other. Their first recording together yielded their foundational song Respect the Skills, which appears on this album in remixed form. So a little bit of backstory. I always love a bit of backstory to an artist. We're gonna give it a go now. It's a long epic, so I'm gonna buckle in. So you know, strap in, do the stuff that makes you feel ready. We're gonna do it. Let's go. We're starting with the first song. It's called Sound of the Syndicate. Oh, very old school. You got the vinyl scratches. Okay. Give it me. I'm loving the sampling. Very almost like lo-fi, but then also very clear. Nice production so far. Very short, this one. Must be an introduction. Enjoyable start. Exciting start. Nord1kone. Smoke Signals feat the I.M.F and Jimmy Beatz.
My rhyme is infinite, distributed in street bomb and audio explosive, corrosive on mics, heat popping 415 degrees, smoke signals off a warning.
Very old school, like the drum machine beats from LMT Break. Very good choices. Only a few at his disposal, he said. They're sounding good.
Outside of set the pace of the death cycle, life is competition. Nord1kone holds the title. Who guards the golden gates and lines they won't cross while the motherfucker war in the land of the lost.
Feel like I'm back in sort of like the early 90s kind of vibes.
The golden gates and shake the sands of time. Roll it up, burn it down, keep it simple. Syndicate spreads warnings like smoke signals. Knuckles up, knowledge key, the bait is mine. Outsiders guard the golden gates and shake the sands of time.
Nice hook.
Burn it down, keep it simple.
I mean, there's sort of like nice sort of I could call them synth lines, maybe just those little flutters in the background.
You out of consciousness, you lack the confidence and the confidence. You ain't as strong as this. Strip your bone marrow of its phosphorus. Crush your esophagus, block your wind and steal your oxygen. Come at me again and get dropped again. Chop off your limbs. This will become a horror movie in seconds. Blood on the weapon, female hostages. Like give me the fucking money or she gets it. And you don't need a phone to get the message. I'll put a scroll in the beak of a falcon, send them out past the mountains.
Like in the sound effects. You got that ear candy, yeah? Things that keep the listener interested.
You want drama? How about some action? In any genre, you'll get your ass kicked. They gon' be speaking about you in the past tense. When my killers treat you like computers and
say the album artwork fits so nicely. in with the theme. You see the artwork, you think, wonder what it sounds like. I think I know what it sounds like, and this is what it sounds like.
Outsiders guard the golden gates and shake their hands in time. Roll it up, burn it down, keep it simple. Syndicate spreads warnings like smoke signals. Knuckles up, knowledge key, the bait is mine.
That hook is good. That hook is very good.
Burn it down, keep it simple. Syndicate spreads warnings like smoke signals. Very descriptive with these lyrics, hear the end is near. Smoke and mirrors, keep my weapons closer than it may appear. Hear the thoughts inside my head, perception crystal clear. Step outside the syndicate, been watching haters disappear.
As a listener, myself, I'm not too sure who's rapping at one point. Perhaps an introduction before the rapper comes in will tell me who it is who's featuring at what point. Kind of similar voices. Nothing's kind of standing out between the voices, you know what I mean? Not that the voices are bad, but I'm hearing like a similarity between them. It's hard to differentiate which artist is which, let's say.
Roll it up, burn it down, keep it simple. Syndicate spreads warnings like smoke signals. Knuckles up, knowledge key, the bait is mine. Outsiders guard the golden gates and shake the sands of time. Roll it up, burn it down, keep it simple. Syndicate spreads warnings like smoke signals.
Okay, if we're saying like as a first song, because this is really like the first song. As a first song, this is strong. This is good. I'm liking the ending. It's very interesting here. It's yeah, not in fitting with the rest of the song, but I like that. I know the lo-fi-ness of it at the end, almost like an interlude to the next song. Our next song is called Knock Knock. Oh, those horns just like nestling in the background there. It's beautiful. It's just, I've never been to America, but I just picture driving in a car at a very nice speed, just relaxing, cruising. This is like, I don't know, this is cruising music.
Not even a second glance, I don't look like much, so I get it, I understand. Step back, watch the other acts do the thing, and if they dope, I give them props, pop, lock, ready to rock, cause I'm here now. There is no need for introduction, when I get on the mic, it's hellfire destruction. Combust the vocabulary, adversary, jaw dropping, rendering enemies, looking for remedies, non-stop and anytime soon. In fact, I'm only getting started, 15 years of mic gripping, styling for the faint-hearted.
If you like this, make sure to add it to your streaming service, Spotify, Deezer, Apple Music, wherever. Make sure to support independent artists.
Put your hands up from the front to the back, cause the syndicate is with it like that. Knock, knock, motherfuckers best with your dissing. Nord1kone LMT Break here, so listen. Put your hands up, player wherever you at. Outsiders Syndicate is spinning on wax. This for the haters who doubted.
Nice. And sometimes when you've just got a constant flow of music, a listener can start to lose interest, but just having that pause, that break, just brings their attention back. So really good production skill there, just to pause it for a moment there. And the sound effects again, that ding ding, you know, everything that just comes through is thought through. It's not just been made and that's it. Then they've gone back through it for what sound effects, what bells and whistles can we add on top. And I'm hearing the bells and whistles. And that's what makes hip-hop songs stand out. Because there's a multitude of hip-hop songs out there. Multitude. But the attention and care to detail is what makes a project stand out above the rest.
Knock, knock, motherfuckers best with your dissing. Nord1kone LMT Break here, so listen. Put your hands up, player wherever you at. Outsiders Syndicate is spinning on wax.
Nice transition. Nice transition to the next song there. This song is called From the Syndicate. I don't think I've had a song yet where the word syndicate hasn't been said. People like that word. Nice ride symbol there. Or whatever it is. It's riding well. All these folks that be showing me the cold shoulder. So I am blowing up the mic like a supernova. I could have told you that. Nice line there with the supernova. The recipe is the intensity, the density, and heavy flavor dripping through the weight of my propensity. Night skies lit like the blood moon stalking. Red dawn awake illuminates the line I'm walking. So keep the frequency, emergency transmission. While some of y'all are drifting to new horizons, we slipping. This is a beat. Which we crash land, map scan the territory, battle round captain. Ooh, scratches. Nice scratches. Some technique on that. I don't know whether it's done through plug-in effects or if that's actually recorded through with a vinyl. Whatever, it's good. Great timing on the scratches. Like Carl Sagan with the cosmos, extraterrestrial. They all know I got flows. Word travels headed north to Cassiopeia. Looking to inspire, find a cure for the myopia. Okay, these have the cleverest lyrics on I've heard so far, at least that have come to my attention. Lift off, Voyager deep like scientists. Couldn't crack the style and break the teeth if they tried writing in. Outsiders blazing from the pavement to the outer rim. Rebel underground, skirmish unit and it's looking grim. When I'm gone and they fly the flag. The Star Wars references? Maybe? Push the edge, quantum leap into the dream. Suffer music like insomnia, syndicate reigns supreme. Perhaps a bit longer than necessary. This quite similar towards the end. It does ride out well though. This one's called Now You Know. Again, we got the big boy scratches. When exercise the competition, see through it like rock and extradition. Bone snapping tracks we packing for you rappers that be slipping. Knuckle up fists hitting with supernatural precision. I'm shattering opposition while properly popping rhythm. Heavyweight statement like Ali with the pad and pen. Stomping rappers in the ring. Glove tap, let's begin. Duck into your corner store to hit the talking section. Triple X faded, so I'm spraying all directions. Wild style, the essence of legendary perfection. I'm breaking up all corrections, relentlessly getting reckless, catching wreck with the message and presently. Nice flow, nice flow. I'll be striking like a leopard. Deep is the jungle, dark sound of the syndicate. Bite styles this intricate, don't even consider. Got a tooth letting loose. Bass is nice in this one. Subtle, but huge. Very chilled. Great lyrics, great lyrics. Okay. Flow is good, flow is good. I have to say, from the Syndicate and Now You Know, tracks 4 and 5 got some really good flows going on.
Design crime incredible, masterful, intellectual, active, aggressive, credible. MCs eat your vegetables, shifting the level like labyrinths with the devil. I'm shredded like heavy metal, steel to root upon the pedal. There ain't no stopping, how I'm bombing is apocalyptic. Steady when I rock, prolific, murder mouth, twisted ballistic. No forgiveness, bon appetit, bitches. Serving up a rapper to its root, damn it, it's delicious.
So old school. Just like that sounded like the same song there. It was a great transition. Transitions are really good on this. I remember I've reviewed things in the past and so many of the songs just do the fade out. Feels so unnatural, but the way these songs link together here are just, that's beautiful. Chef's kiss. One double L or I-double-L part 2. Where's part 1? Must be on a different project. Don't know why I'm trying to peek over and see if I can see part 1 knocking about. That's weird. This features Dierek, like Derek, but die, and the I.M.F, the International Menu Foundation. That's the I.M.F. So if you want your menu for your restaurant changing, you've got to contact the I.M.F. They'll sort you out. I-double-L. I should wait because it seems each song introduced the track title as well at the moment.
Back up, yo, who the fuck told you you could fuck with me? My squad's large, check the company. I got direct and Nordic run with me, and that's 1/5 of the whole clique. Do the math, that ain't even half of what you up against. Got you up against the fence, chain link, walk out the courtroom, hands free, tip the bailiff.
Spotted on this track title, there's no capital T on the in I.M.F, whereas on the other tracks there are. I got a keen eye for stuff. I spotted it. You thought no one would see it, but me, the British guy who loves to correct people's grammar, here he is, embarrassing himself. Okay, I feel like the feature is a bit more obvious on this track. This is our second track with feature on. The I.M.F features on four of the tracks in this project. I think I could pick out Dierek in this. I think it's Dierek's only feature on this project. Ooh, chopped up scratches. Very cool. Some very nice stuff. Very nice. Quite natural sounding fade out as well, not too obvious. Oof. We're getting laid back jazz in here. Oh, yeah. I like this. This is called progression. Sorry. I'm yawning because I didn't get enough sleep. Not because I'm bored. Okay. Nice intro. like it. I like the way this one has come in. The variation of how tracks are presented here is quite crucial when creating an album to keep the interest going.
Grandmaster technician covers ground like cell division. As the pendulum is swinging, I'll be cocking back my left hook. Keep my feet moving through the neighborhood they mistook. All city like the Golden State. Warrior class rhyming like a giant on the home plate. Protect my own as we overtake your area. Spreading like a rumor, wild style, mass hysteria. Shoulders carry the weight of my friends and family. Energizing potential as the microphone I'm handling. Elemental.
Add any of the tracks that you like to your streaming services, or add them all if you like it all so far. Listen to it yourself, form your own opinions as well. Make sure to not just take my words.
Knock him out with knockdown. Intention is profound. Take flight to hold ground. And there's a meaning to the message, a theme to life's lessons.
Make sure to subscribe to this channel as well to hear music from other independent artists. Everyone expects their music to be listened to, but no one's doing the listening. Be one of the listeners. Make connections with other artists. Comment on their work. View some of my other videos and tell me what you think about their music. Make yourself heard. Make connections. Don't just expect to be listened to.
So hold your focus.
Autofocus there came in.
The road we chosen is as lonely as the last star. Dawn breaks horizons, illuminating just how far. The time has come for us to help you wake that brain up. Switch the game up. Turn the speakers way up. Hidden in dreams, they found
like the flow here.
Surrounded in between these peaks and valleys, sound travels northern Cali. In the west, after sunsets, we test theories over battle within styles. I progress. Adjust the angles as my mind train begins to pump. Fueling atmospheric lyrics, build a bridge and make them jump. Ha! Playing my cards like the last chance. Put it all on black, roll the dice, it's the last dance. There's something to be said for living with your knuckles up and back against the wall you've been building. And there's a meaning to the message, a theme to life's lessons, no seams to your progression.
I have to say, like, the consistency in production is on point. It's very on point. Nothing's glaring, nothing's muddy, nothing's too tinny. It's all working nicely. Production values are amazing. So congratulations to people who produced that. Nord1kone and LMT Break produced that together. That's some great production. Well done to Black Buffalo Records for their production. Nord1kone has many singles and other projects to listen to, so if you're enjoying this, go and listen to Nord1kone. Same with LMT Break. LMT Break has got a few albums, one from 2018, one from 2019, quite a lot of singles and features. These are hard-working artists, guys. This is called When I Bust. Because of the track title, I'm going to give this an extra hard listen to the lyrics to see if it's what I think it's about.
In trouble with the devil on my shoulder and an angel at my back. In the eye of the beholder as the Nord1kone attacks. It's the rare earth elementality, twist reality like splits with finality. Might strike fatality and bring it back like the Hellraiser. Burning beats between the 9 to 5 and I.M.F flavor. Rolling papers like it's vapor as my pen writes the final chapter. I'm back to master in the book of life. Form my thesis from the puzzle pieces, outsider's perspective, lifted like telekinesis. When the beat hits, I eclipse like blood moon, shining over battle, then they thought it was like sun tzu.
I get a rush when I bust. Yeah, man.
astounding feats that's bound to free cerebral seas. I resurrect and part the sea. Specifically Pacific left coast with division, like prism division of energy into the rhythm. Raise the hands on your neck, protect my dialect. The step and raise it comes correct, and all that's left is mic to check. I bomb all sets and then I set my course and destination. Time slips the hourglass and parallax, it's preservation. Meditation to the war drum. Winter is the season of the witch, and we take position to shore stunned minds to break ground on territory. We're staking out the scene between the city lights and bitter rights of pavement. So fuck the placement of the chains with which society enslaves the people chosen. We break out with notoriety, just providing soundtrack to the revolution. When I bust the mic, it's life or death.
One thing I'd say the project is missing is perhaps some features of artists that sing for like chorus hooks. I know it's not typical of hip hop, so you know, do not take this to heart in any way. But I'm feeling some singing, perhaps some female singing for like choruses or something like that would just, I don't know, bring it to light. Perhaps in the next project, that's what you could look to do. Because there's some absolutely great, like I can hear melodies like on these tunes. Like I can definitely hear something. Okay, now we're on mind calibration. Again, we're on the jazz part of the tour. The jazz part of the Respect the Skills whistle stop tour of hip hop. There's some absolutely brilliant sampling of like old school jazz record things and stuff like that. It's great. This feels like an interlude, perhaps. It's only 2 minutes long. It'd be nice to kind of hear a track without the old school hip hop beats, because they can get a bit overused at this point in the album. Like it'd be nice to have just a soft, relaxing sort of interlude, just jazz beats or some quiet percussion, and then you could come back with the beats again. Just give the ears a break from the which is heard on every track. Just when you're creating an album, you have to consider attention and ears and breaks from things as well. Some interesting sounds going on. In a way, like the addition of the beats kind of ruined the interesting sounds. We could have had these interesting sounds with, I don't know, some spoken word thing over the top of it, Could have been interesting. Ooh. Got like an oboe, a bass, I like this, okay.
My head feels the pressure as words find the beginning. Is this the price I pay for living a life full of sinning? I go looking for answers, but come away with questions. Labor for the fruit on salted earth. Perspective is skewed and intolerant. Wonder how all of it gets added, because the mathematics be giving my brain static. Punching overtime and living check to check. No longer the life I lead, still I give up much respect for. Struggles of suffering, all these stresses and wondering what the fuck am I to find to eat? That's why I'm muttering underneath my breath 6 feet.
Okay, The Elements has the most thought-provoking and powerful lyrics I've heard so far.
I try to listen to inner reason, but seasons come and seasons go, so I'm breaking bread with demons.
This is the first time I'm thinking, yes, The artist truly means every word here. And connecting with an audience with something that's real. That's more impactful.
Some call me your sinner, none call me your saint. Keep my money on my mouthpiece and knuckles to the paint. Not prone for gambling, but I bet no regret. This time you should have taken studying this tape you'll eject. This world's twisted, be sure you ain't mixed in. Wrong place, right time, crossing up your lifeline. Sleepless nights, words we write. The elements, breaking the cage and taking flight. The elements.
Oh, I like that hook. Okay.
The elements. Fear of wondering what's next. The elements. Props you got, numbers you lost. The elements. The friends who pass, lines you cross. The elements. Where you been and where you go. The elements. Maybe we'll see you at the show. The elements. From sun up to sundown, wherever the day may.
Also, this song has the most sort of changes and variations vocally. I think this is my favourite. The Elements. It's heartfelt. It means something.
Getting my fill of cheap thrills and mass appeal with mics, you're rolling dice, dropping.
It's calm and quiet at points. There are breaks. Yeah.
Something is missing, so I stay watching the time. Adding up the hours, minutes, seconds till I step into the stage of booth. Whichever arena I choose to get loose, something to prove. But I can't place my finger on it. If I'm the better MC, I'm detecting false prophets. Spot the difference, years of investigation is shaping the way I'm phrasing the lyrical trails I'm blazing. While David,
the bass is lovely. That sort of descending bass line.
with the dope to get your mind right. Hustling and bustling to sell a record. Once you try the product, you'll be hooked forever. That's the business plan, so we move them one by one. And as the fiends come knocking, the deals get done. Sleepless nights, words we write. The elements, breaking the cage and
Yeah.
taking flight.
Yeah, The Elements.
Rent check,
That's your single.
fear of wondering what's
That's your music video.
props you got, numbers you lost. The elements, the friends who pass, lines you cross. The elements, where you been and where you go. The elements, maybe we'll see you at the show.
This is sort of like they're standing out like a golden sore thumb. Not sore thumb at all though. A golden thumb. Stands out like a thumb. What am I on about? I don't know. But this song stands out. This is the highlight so far for me. We are about halfway through this album. On track 10, end of track 10. 21 songs. Got 21 songs. I got 21 songs to go. This is called The Concept. I don't know the concept yet. You haven't told me.
Once imagined, I put it to paper. Swing first, ask questions later. It's investigative labor. My years of study added up to what you can't subtract. Run the numbers, we're giving you the deep math. Synthesize into the rhythm as I multiply it. Kinetic energy, moving like my time's divided. What I provided is a closer look at hip hop. Nord1kone LMT Break.
I like to hear a few variations on beats. Like I've heard this sort of hi-hat sound for a while now, and that sort of ringing is starting to grate a bit at this point. Variation in hi-hats, changes to that. Just takes a break from the sounds. Nice flow, nice flow.
My grips around the mic, free spatial gravity. Atmospheric measures are taking this rhythm rapidly. This odyssey impossibly breaking monotony, inscribing the prophecy, street level philosophy. Takes you high like knowledge, eternal's pilgrimage, revealing how the stakes raised. Can't fathom how we're building this. They think they got it, then we remix the formula. Nord1kone LMT Break, San Francisco, California. Send it out for the homies.
You're saying remix the formula, but I'm hearing a lot of similar formula on the album. The formula of the scratching vinyl for like fade outs or like sections. The formula's been there now. and throughout this project, quite coming to the point where it's kind of becoming overused. Here we go, riding out with the scratch and vinyl again. As we get to this point in the album, usually a point where the album would start to be towards the end, you'd start to be thinking about wrapping it up, and things like this won't be seen as overused. Because again, this is like a minute of end of the track vinyl scratch. I have nothing wrong with vinyl scratch. I really like it, and I think the skill on it is great. It's amazing, but it is being overused, I think, at this point. This track's called Deep Earth. Got a different kind of hi-hat. It's nice. Bit of a change up. Almost like an accordion-esque sound in the background. It's quite nice. Sinister. Very sinister. I'm picturing like a deep underground, deep earth kind of thing. I have to say, the topics on this album that the lyricists are talking about are not your usual go-to hip-hop topics. They're interesting topics. They're different. It's not the same old let's rap about this kind of hip-hop topic that we hear all the time. So, you know, well done to you guys for choosing topics that aren't the cliches. I like Deep Earth. I'm not sure how much it added to the project overall, but it was very sinister. Sounded very cool. It's called Mr. Mathematical. Nice atmospheric intro. Unique.
Dig deep, battle meditation, trench warfare, excavator style execution, and now you're staring. Caught up in my rap and the wrath of outsiders.
That snare is good. Nice punch to it. Nice low end, I think, kept in that snare. Gives it a punch.
Burning tables turning, now they learning just who the fuck is concerning them. Nord1kone mic murdering, interpreting my permanent transmission, superlative, decipher, no alternative. Dante's Inferno, eternally burning them thoroughly, purposely b-boy stance, the 7th level discouraging entrance, reprimanding them and handing them citation. Think twice before fronting you under investigation. Destroy your forms of perjury, hip-hop emergency, urgently work conservative front line.
Flow's great. Flow's really good here. Just keeps going.
There is no winning how I'm spitting, leaves you tripping down the rabbit hole. Backsnapping my black magic masterful. Tactical evaluation, battlefield surveying. They spraying my lack the aiming in time, and that's why I'm lining them up to my scope. Sniper focus, it's the marksman. Wordsmith in the yardsman, craving my up rockin'. Non-profit, talking cheaper than a bullet hole. They didn't pull the destiny by pressing me, they lose control. Smacking analytical, bitch rappers on principle. Territories taken when breaking off rhymes invincible. My style's incredible, take him higher than edible. Shredding, no back to rappers, think ass backwards to medical. Irrepressible, the circumstances be terrible. My devil hold on mics is nothing less than a variable. Lethal weapon wizardry mixing lyrics with tendency to getting friendly with the devil seeking the
very like mathematical with the changes of like flow.
Mentally tight and in tourniquets where it gets tough. Pressure per square inch like black holes hit rough. Knock the fuck out and send back the rhyme at school. No matter how much you rewind it, you'll never bite it. My diamond is unfucking predictable. Ripping fools like confetti, sharpening my lyrics ready and prone to rock steady. Outsiders Syndicate is digging in imprinted mad flavor in the back of your mind. Blacker than third eyes.
Again, not sure how much is 40 seconds of scratching is adding to the end of the track, the back end of the track. think at the moment, I think there's like 3, 4, maybe 5 tracks that I'd call fluff. Things that could have been maybe removed, make this more of a concise and varied, interesting album, because there are these songs on there that are interesting, varied and different for the hip-hop world. And unfortunately they're surrounded by a lot of similarities, so maybe if those were extracted and there was a more sort of concise thought through flow, that would work, because it was really nice when tracks flowed together, where there was like breaks, ear candy was going on, you know, little sound effects. There wasn't too much overuse of the vinyl scratches. That was good. And it's kind of surrounded by fluff, filler, potentially. Always at risk of that when you have longer records, at risk of having too much filler or being criticised for having filler. So when you're in the sort of the zone, in the flow, and you're enjoying what you're doing, it's great to kind of share all those songs. But you could have saved them for a second project. You know, everything else that you created. It reminds me of when Green Day made 3 albums in the space of a year, and there was so much filler that unfortunately didn't go down well. Right, this song is called Enter the Cypher. It's got lyrics, IQ, the I.M.F, Cypher, and DJ MROK. Lots of features. I think lyrics might have been the first one. I liked the variation in tone of the artist there. Very different voice compared to the other artists on the project.
In a cypher when I spit, I hit hard like an Oz fast mosh pit. Take it back to 9.
Like Cypher's voice. Again, a very different voice.
Once the iron is hot, blacksmith swing hammers like the chains on slick Rick. Apply pressure to the paper, let the ink sink. Deep in the crevices, the letterman, I had to reinvent the 4 elements. Consider this the rap genesis. Smooth with the broken language from Beirut to Kansas. Overhand smash you like Pete Sampras. I'm so industrious, rest in peace, Nathaniel Jones. I channel my dead homies, flows on the microphone. Where's Jay Dilla when you need him? Told limit, if we can't join him, then we gon' beat him. My status is still grime, I reign supreme. Outsiders Syndicate looking like the 18.
Yo, my rifle motives came with a sniper focus, aimed in a cipher, holding fire, knowing I can blow your brains if this.
Don't know, this DJ MROK potentially. So hard to know when you've got so many people in a project who is who, unless they introduce themselves. Unless you're very familiar with the artist anyway in the first place, you know.
Vocal tones alone is gonna explode in your terrain, so them quotables is loaded ways a soldier throws grenade. The flow and correlated, both components poking veins. Dope created most the ways we say it's sold in corner slang. Came to take your shine, microphone and stolen chain, golden plate that made it mind the way.
It's a long track, 5 minutes 17. This is to fit everyone in. I'm liking the community vibes here, the collab with everyone in it. Again, scratches could be shortened.
Enter immaculate, deadly inaccurate patterns unpacking with savages mastering language disaster. It's the maverick is intergalactic tactics like black magic when poetry set in motion, penetrating like open heart surgery, urban emergency, skills too quick, moving amongst the alley cats and still be staying slick, smooth like the numbers off your grandma's 45, smoking packs of jazz we stacked, in fact impacts the state of mind. All city is gritty, is hideous, insidious, scrimmage is significant, warfare is infinite, lyrics are packing peaceful, but if it happens I'm letting off my flow to let you know that's how it has been. Once again I represent Outsiders Syndicate. It's all for love and culture, so get into it. OSK, Side 4, Limit Break, Nord1kone, lyrics, IQ, I.M.F, and it's done.
Microphone check 1, 2. Microphone check 1, 2. Immaculate conception with the weapon. Microphone check 1, 2.
It's another minute of scratches at the end. Too much of a good thing sometimes.
And the Nikes on my feet keep my cipher complete.
Transition was cool. This is called The Lab VL da Sensei.
Yeah. Mad scientists mixing solutions with precision. Radioactive conditions afflicted with X-ray vision. Test the limits of the mental potential.
Okay. This is good.
Indifferent, significant, molecular transform. Alchemy upon the microphone, musical storms perform. Lifted scientific methodology, lyrically, like astronomy, universally offering. I calculate the ways in which I break it.
The flow is great.
We resequence in the chemical reaction. Known for energizing the crowds that make it happen. Magnetic back.
This is really good. You got a nice beat, you got a nice melody, you got great rapping. Fortunately, I think Enter the Cypher, the melody itself, the instrumental backing wasn't interesting enough. It felt like it was just a palette for people to add their feature on, rather than placing them somewhere where it would be useful. That's cool. This is your second single, The Elements, The Lab. These are your singles, in my opinion. In my small, white British, ginger opinion. Oh dear.
Building material, imperial sand from underground, sourcing recorded, imported from the basement. Cellarize, full floor down, not many steps. Nobody plethora of records.
Oh, the Sensei's got a cool voice, unique. This is it. This is great. This is not the fluff. This is the standout. This is the golden thumb.
Remix the formula, get with it in the lab. 2 turntables, mixer in the mic. Do the math, experimental chemistry is explosive with the vision. Bending words into sound with the twisted composition. Remix the formula, get with it in the lab. 2 turntables, mixer in the mic. Do the math, experimental chemistry is explosive with the vision. Bending
Kind of like the janky sounds in the background. The sort of sounds but not sounds. It worked well. But tell me this isn't going to be a minute of scratches. See, like, singing would have been so cool in these interlude bits. Almost like a chorus. I heard a bit of singing in the background there. I thought, you know what? You had a proper singer singing proper lyrics. Man. Again, a minute that wasn't really needed. Great though. Definitely second highlight of the project for me. It's called High Velocity. High Velocity.
California zones, roam with friends and family, get those who respect microphones. Departing clones on the lonely kicks I get it and the culture. Carve the air like a sculptor with the flows that I compose that off the ropes. Now we're swinging knuckles up, cause I'm bringing limit breaks to competition with the turntables to it. Nordic1 presents the vision, vividly written the rhythms driven by building these scenes from the
Oh, that was a good line. That was a flow.
With my pen selection, testing different methods, burning beats. Eternally, the journal speaks to the externity, processing eternally, at least till we can turn the key. Unlocking new perspective, and that's the true progression. Nord1kone LMT Break through in every session. Escape monotony, you have velocity. My rhyme atrocity mixes philosophy with street mythology.
Oh, I'm liking the effect on the vocals here. The distortion's cool.
Escape monotony, you have velocity. My rhyme atrocity mixes philosophy with street mythology. Sonic opera, on astrology, just starts across all of these experiences, build into fulfillment of the prophecy. Ain't it funny how so little some things really change? Seasons come and seasons go. Nordic1 still runs the game. My raps will take them back to first moves and where they started. Show them what they could have had. We walked the path they disregarded. I only speak on this as it relates to competition. No, you rap, I can give a fuck about how you live it.
Another great break. I wish we had more of those, like those stops, those breaks, those pauses. Get those ears pricking up, listening for the next thing. You can get so lost in the beat, in the flow. Perhaps consider adding more fills, vary the drums just slightly there, change where the snare hits. There you go, just like this. That was great. They drop in. What lines, what bars.
The magnum opus, appropriate form and focus. So just check my diagnosis. Explosive balance, hypnosis, psychosis, leads to neurosis. Nord1kone and mics and symbiosis. They think they know this. How we swinging back with styles ferocious. Yo, this ain't nothing but another walk into the park. Sparks a split as I zip through dreams awoken after dark. With limit break, we shift the shape to shores of consciousness. And within all of this, we bomb sound. Meteorologists would take a storm is coming. Solar ride the thermal flare. When the Nordic1's in motion, we just floating through to take you there. My style's exclusively my own, but here for your enjoyment. Tapping nuts with folks. Build the bridge, I'm guilty of destroying it. I bring it back to legacy, not the end of me. New beginnings that constantly evolving through my artistry. Mapping like cartography and step into the odyssey. Always the experience that builds into the prophecy.
Oh, like the fluttery synth in the background there. Almost dream pop in a way. Nice arpeggiated sound, I think. Next up we've got Like That. I didn't mind High Velocity. I thought that was an okay track. Decent, nice flows. Yeah, some good background sounds. Ooh. We're in a tranquil, peaceful reflection garden right now. Almost feels like there's going to be a little waterfall and a pond in the garden. This feels like a YouTube tutorial kind of music. Someone's making something, you're watching them make something, and this would be in the background. Like a sort of a DIY video. Top down, all you can see is the hands. This is the background music for that, definitely. It sounds gorgeous. If anything, no lyrics on this would sound fine throughout the whole track, you know, it'd be a welcome break from the norm at the moment. So calm. So calm. Very nice. I think there's going to be no lyrics in this, and I welcome that. Brilliant. I like that. I liked like that. It's a good track. I like that. I think this is the calm thing I was talking about that could have been introduced earlier. This isn't the fluff. This is something that stands on its own as just an instrumental piece. Yeah, this is instruction video music. This is time-lapse music. I think this comes number 3 in my favourites. The Elements being number 1, The Lab being number 2, and Like That as at a close third. Surprising, as it's instrumental for me to choose that in third, but that was gorgeous. A gorgeous track. This is called Brick by Brick.
Yeah. Nord1kone LMT Break. Brick by brick. Yeah.
Nice. It's kind of nice to have the vocalist back after the break for 3 minutes. Gives the ears a rest from the artist and then back to it. I like it. Nice sort of subtle overdrive on the vocals here. I like the violin. Almost like it feels like the violins are telling some like old tale, like Lord of the Rings kind of thing, combined with the hip hop sounds. It's good. My advice is unsolicited. The congregation's listening. Improve the chance of scrimmaging. The war priest greets the sun to the east and follows the battle west. Half moon sunsets. Set forth the journey for my destination, earning recognition, reputation, demonstration, consecrating sacred earth, hip hop, culture, and artistry. A part of the ancient guard, raising the stakes and odds. They fall like false frauds, defying the laws of gravity. My mysticism gathering the tapestry and raveling, traveling time, space, dimensional, my method, stepping shock, wave flexing, brain quaking all directions. Rhyme tested but never bested, making connection quicker than a lightning strike, electric rhythm perplexing. Enemies drifting in space when we hit them, getting deep like an incision, limit breaks with mad precision. My intuition. I'd say vocally, I feel like it needs a bit more high end on the vocals here. Kind of a bit muddy. Not that it's hard to hear, it's just not easy to hear either. So long as stencils be outlining, they mainlining. Rhymes I provide and get them higher than mountain climbing. And once we made it to the top of the monastery, the wise men be stealing secrets from the book of life. It's very dangerous, sorcery scorching. Forces of course it seems, contents under pressure leap out from the page to get ya. That's why you're back and my intellect staying strapped in. Wisdom and cracking street codes outside as captain. Forever waxing poetic, my alphabetical riddles are still phonetical. Ill, stacking incredible. Victories compile me, nothing next to the losses. The way to winnings is nothing to that of coffins. That's why I do it for my brothers in the syndicate. Hardships and pilgrimage suffer together, building this bridge over fire through the wind, ice and rain. It's hard to maintain, so we focus on the game. Tracks laid to wax, we pass down generations. The youth pick up where we left off through dedication. And in my final hour, find me locked in meditation. Pray for forgiveness and bear witness to elevation. In my final hour, find me locked in meditation. Pray for forgiveness and bear witness to elevation. In my final hour, find me locked in meditation. Pray for forgiveness and bear witness to elevation. I like that stop there. Brick by brick. I'd say this track's not really adding anything extra or unique in this project, for then perhaps the violin. I do like the almost swung beat though. The ba-dum. Yeah, it's good. Next up, we've got Tekken Style. Tekken Style. Ah, Tekken Style.
Yeah. Nord1kone. You better have style.
Like the staccato punches of the bass in the background. Okay. Where's this been? Need a bit more of that. We could have done with some of that earlier.
Nord1kone is wetting up the rhythm all day. 1 to the 3 to the 4 seconds, please. Before I break it down, I give a shout to the fiends that repeat, but can't take a tongue twister. Mr. Nord1kone here to deliver clues I'm uncovering, leave them stuttering, wondering just how I got the style to this style.
See, this is the first track I've heard where it sounds like a lot of fun's going on, varying the tone of voice, range of voice, playing with the voice. It's fun. It might seem silly to do on the mic, but it pays off dividends. Okay, this is replacing number 3 on my list of favorites, and this is Tekken Style now. Number 1, The Elements. Number 2, The Lab. Number 3, Tekken Style. And number 4, Like That.
Wake a motherfucker like alarm clocks and whiskey shots. Rappers become bitches hearing styles that I brought. It's too method, illogical, mathematical. First I get my backhand and then I swing. You gotta have style and technique. You got to have style and technique. To face me you need style and technique.
It's fun. It's fun. Where was this one, eh? Yeah, that was good. That was really good. That's really good. Penultimate song right now is Respect the Skills. It's the title track. What you got for me? This is the remix form of the song. It was originally different to this. Make sure to check out, after this, go and check out what the original sound like. It's a very different experience when you kind of force yourself to listen to songs, whereas most people would listen to a song while they were doing something, going for a walk, I don't know, cleaning the kitchen, whatever. When it's completely in the foreground, you can really pay attention to the small things that you like and you don't, and things you'd like to be improved.
it all starts with a record, an MP3.
I wonder how my experience would be if I was just having this on in the background while I was doing other stuff.
I read the block like a scandal, the burner candle. For those lost, we'll cross paths again. First, I gotta work to smuggle my raps in. To rotation on station, our radio salutation to all the people that's waiting for hip-hop music to play it. Speakers and roofers, Jeep trucks and Land Cruisers. Headphones melt domes when we bring it to you. This is for graph heads and b-boys, so quit it with that weak noise. Fake gangster decoys, we sweep up and destroy.
Again, it's an interesting effect. On just like on Brick by Brick, it's a nice effect, but it's just lost clarity in the vocals. It makes it harder to hear the lyrical context. Nice hook, nice hook.
I spell it out for the final verses, compete for the title, earning most valuable poet, and you know it when I'm turning. Tables like pages written in the book of life. Limit breakers on the beat, and now we're taking flight. No beginning or ending, infinite flow. We be standing in the direction of any. You feel the lines that I'm bending, and now ascending to new places.
Nice flow right now.
To the crew, come together a team. We'll be doing this forever, strictly business, but the pleasure. These endeavors are a measure of experience we've had that everybody knows to grow. You gotta get to work, labor for what you have, but continue to search for the source of your passion. MCing, breaking and graphing, scratching to show you how it has been, making it happen. We make raps impact the brain and build, telling y'all to chill and respect the skills. S-K-I-double-L-S. Respect the skills. S-K-I-double-L-S. Respect the skills. S-K-I-double-L-S. Respect the skills. And respect the skills. You better respect the skills. Respect the skills. Respect the skills.
Our last song, Home Stretch. This is the home stretch. This is the outro. The outro, baby. Say perhaps not as impactful as the intro, but maybe that's because I have been listening for an hour and 7 minutes, potentially. The strings are nice, good samples of the strings. I think it's that hi-hat sound because I've heard it a lot, that there's a certain frequency on that hi-hat that's just been kind of throughout the project. Perhaps some vocal thing on that. Yeah, perhaps on that outro, some spoken word vocal thing would have worked well there. Okay. Oh, an hour and 7 minutes. We did it. We listened to Respect the Skills, and I do respect the skills. These are all things that myself as a producer, I can't make any of that. It's all really good stuff. It is really good stuff. So I'm going to use my very, very, very important reviewing system, which reviews certain elements of the album and then gives an overall rating. We're going to start with the flow. In terms of the flow of the album, I think I'm going to give the flow a 5 out of 10. Mainly because I feel like there was quite a bit of filler and fluff. That kind of then distracted and detracted from the tracks that shone for me. So if I could, if I was there towards the end of the making of the album, if I had to make the decision, I would have gone with, let's keep some of those songs back, maybe perhaps save it for another later project, and just condense it a bit. I know a lot of people complain about the world that our attention spans are too limited, that no one sits down and truly listens anymore. We listen in short bursts of 2-minute songs, and it's true, we do. It is true, we do. If you want to cater to a larger audience, though, you're going to have to accept that, I think. And that's where the issues can lie. Now, there's not really overly long songs on this, but I do feel that at times there was about 40 seconds to a minute on a lot of songs that could have been cut. The scratching was a great technique. It's a lovely technique and it always sounds so cool, but it was almost overused at times, and perhaps if we'd removed some of the filler from it, it wouldn't have felt as overused. The lyrics, now this is very different. The lyrics, I'm going to give a 10 out of 10. The lyrics were interesting, they weren't cliche, they were well thought through. Every artist that also contributed lyrics also provided something of interest and worth that wasn't the mundane, same old hip-hop cliche references. So well done on that front. It was unique and at times even heartfelt and at times even fun. So that was great. 10 out of 10 for that. Artwork again, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. The artwork fits and matches the project entirely. I know there's the old expression, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but I feel in music, the cover, I feel in music the cover should match the music and they should pair well together, and it really does. So fantastic, well done on the artwork. Production wise, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. The production was almost solid, with only maybe 2 tracks where I spotted something that was just a little bit of maybe an artistic, well, it's a production choice for me and nothing wrong with it, I'd say, but the distortion on 2 tracks just made it hard to let the lyrics shine through, which in hip-hop, the lyrics and maybe the drum beats are the 2 main aspects that should be highlighted. And the last one that I usually go off is singing, but I can't really give any points for singing because there was no singing on there. All I'd say is I kind of want to see perhaps some singing, some vocal features, just to vary the project and the sounds that I'm hearing, because on a long project like this, variation is key. Humans like familiarity, but they also like new stuff. And when you go into old school hip hop vibes, you've got to do it, but with a modern take on it. So take that old school thing and bring something modern to it, and you'll find people will then enjoy it. And that's why we're starting to see at the moment in the world a lot of revivals of old genres that are being done in a new light. For example, pop punk, this sort of pop punk trap stuff that's been going around recently, or emo trap or whatever, or hyper pop. You know, these are all like things that have built on something from the past and brought to the present. So see what you can do with that perhaps in the future. But Nord1kone and LMT Break provide interesting, thoughtful nostalgia, and they provide it and package it in a way that is unique. And I'd say if this was an album that I would listen to, I'd probably have it on shuffle, maybe perhaps pick out some songs that were highlights to me and then add it to a playlist. That's how I would approach this album. I wouldn't say necessarily it's an album to sit down and listen to from start to finish. I'd say it's one where you pick out your favorites. So if I had to give an overall rating to this album, I would give it a 7 out of 10. The main reason we're losing points is to do with the flow. So thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this album, please do add it. Links are down below in the description. If you want to, you can check out my stuff as well, which is linked down below. Return the favor by listening to mine. Go ahead and tell me how good or bad my music is as well. I am in no way an expert. I just have a love for promoting and listening to independent artists in a world where nobody seems to be listening to each other, but everyone wants to be heard. Be the person that listens. Goodbye, I guess.
Oh my word.